Well, what do we have here? We have 2 Dokkan news videos in one day. That's how you know the 350 million download celebration is almost here. Glacial Prestige Frieza EZA event. You guys know this art. I don't have to tell you what this is. This is transforming Frieza. This guy released 3 years ago now. It's crazy to even think that it was 3 years ago. So that was, I guess, technically the 250 million? Yeah, I guess that was the 250 million download celebration, was it? Yeah, because last year wasn't a download celebration. That was technically just a worldwide celebration. The year before that was 300. That was Gohan and Cell, right? And then I guess the year before that, 250 was Frieza and Goku. I guess, I think that's the number. Anyway, 3 years old. This guy, by the way, was my favorite character in the game when he came out. Just the fact that you're able to go through all the forms of Frieza was such a cool concept to me at the time. And these were the first 2 of the like multi-transformation units. And then we have Vegeta following them during Saiyan Day. But this guy alongside Goku, I mean, they didn't technically announce or data mine anything related to the AGL transforming Goku. But I assume because we're getting the EZA for the Frieza, they definitely will slide in the Goku. Whether or not it's going to be alongside the same time as this guy or not, we don't know. They could add that into the data later. But it's possible they just add Goku in as maybe a Part 2 EZA, which would be good because then they're technically going to be splitting them up into different EZAs, more stones, more rewards. That would be fine with me. I am very excited. I've had this guy at full link level 10. This was one of my first full link level 10 units. He has pretty much the best skill orbs possible. I think he has level 5 bronze attack. He has level 5 additional for silver, and then I think I gave him one of the premium Super Battle Road level 300 attack and crit gold skill orbs as well. So, I mean, you guys can go and look today. I put up a video going through Super Battle Road for the Wicked Bloodline team, and this guy, like, this guy was putting up like 3. I think there was a term where I had like 2 S tier coolers with this Frieza, and he was putting up like 3.5 million attack in first form. So like, what are we about to see from this guy? And just so we can go take a look at what he does real quick, let me actually zoom in so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see this. So Glacial Prestige Frieza first form. He is an Extreme Class 120 across the board, Ki +3 leader. What are they going to do to his leader skill? Is this about to become Ki +3 130? Isn't that what Pikkon and Janemba is? It might just become that. They might just bump us up by 10%, right, as the stat lead. So his super attacks all the way through every single form pretty much do the same thing. They just raise their attack and defense infinitely until you get to Golden Frieza, which just has a great chance to stun. In terms of the super attack effect, I mean, what else would they do? Raise attack and defense and cause immense damage, maybe lowers attack or something like that? I don't know. This is already a pretty decent super attack effect. I don't think they need to change it that much because of the fact that he's going to be getting a ton of stats when he EZAs. I mean, we can take a look down here. He has 17.2k attack and 10,000 defense. I mean, this guy's similar stat spread to Int UI Goku, so he'll probably be over 20,000 attack once he EZAs here. So the one thing, and this also counts for both of these units, by the way, like the Goku as well. The one big criticism that people had when these transforming units came out initially was the fact that as they transformed, so notice how in the first form this guy has attack and defense plus 80%. As they transformed, those numbers started to separate. Attack plus 90%, and then their defense fell. And then they keep going. 100%, defense plus 40%. Then we had 110%, defense plus 20%. Until we got to Golden Frieza, who has no defense in his passive. 0. Not a single speck of defense anywhere here. And so the initial thought process behind the design of these units was as you were transforming, you know, going from first to second to third to final to golden, you would be stacking your defense via the super attack effect, which is fine. Back then it was okay because the events did not hit nearly as hard as they do now. And back in the day, the hardest event by far was Super Battle Road. This was before the Legendary Goku event. This was before Infinite Dragon Ball history. This was before any of those events existed. Long events like that were not really something that you saw too often. So you never really got to like final form. You never really got to Golden Frieza. I remember specifically buying time on the Hirudegarn event to get to Golden Frieza, to be able to see Golden Frieza. So that was sort of the design thought process behind giving them, you know, the defense and the super attack, and then lowering their defense as they transformed. Honestly, what they should do now with the EZA is they should have this, you know, maybe start at like 120, and then as they go up, they just get more. So instead of, you know, 120, it would be 120 in first form, second form could be 140, 160, 180, and then Golden Frieza just gets 200. Whatever, screw it. Who cares? If you make it all the way to Golden Frieza, because keep in mind, turn 1, this is the earliest you can get this. Turn 1, turn 3, turn 5, turn 7, turn 9. The earliest you can see Golden Frieza is turn 9. If you make it to turn 9, you deserve a very, very busted unit. A very, very busted unit. These guys also have both of them have a chance to perform a critical hit as their final forms here. But I mean, the same thing goes for Goku as well. They both have the same, like, you know, gaining attack, losing defense mechanic as they transform throughout their different forms here. I imagine that is probably going to go away with their EZAs. Something else that's a pretty decent criticism of these units, or even when they came out still to this day, is the links. Because if you guys notice, the links do change pretty drastically, and this is something that I think affects Goku more than Frieza. But for Frieza, you know, he has pretty much the same link set first and second form. Third form, he picks up, I believe, it's Shocking Speed over Fear and Faith. Yeah, actually, they did a good job with this. The wiki, they italicized the links that change. It's pretty good. And I think once he goes to final form, he loses Metamorphosis, and I believe it turns into Prodigies. Yeah, there we go, Prodigies. And then I don't think Golden is different. Yeah, Golden's the same as final form. But so I guess it's not too bad for Frieza. He only gains 2 different links throughout his transformations. But for Goku, I mean, Goku is, I mean, Super Saiyan 1 and 2 are the same. Super Saiyan 3, he picks up over in a flash, over prepared for battle. So you losing major key links like that is a bigger issue than Frieza just gaining, like, shocking speed. Because, like, honestly, this guy, as long as he has Strongest Clan in Space active, which you're going to have active pretty much, shocking speed doesn't really matter that much. You also have things like pretty decent support units on this team, like STR Cooler is going to be able to make this guy super way easier. So you're pretty much always going to be starting at 10 key with this unit, even without shocking speed active or without Fear and Faith active on this character. But for Goku, like, going from prepared for battle to over in a flash is actually a pretty big deal. He also loses All in the Family for limit breaking form when he goes Super Saiyan 3. And then once he goes Super Saiyan God, he keeps over in a flash, but he also gains shocking speed. I think it's over, what is that? Super Saiyan? No, Experienced Fighters. Yeah, Experienced Fighters becomes shocking speed. He also gains Godly Power and Warrior God. So, like, all these links are changing. Losing limit breaking form and then Golden Warrior. And then I think Blue and Super Saiyan God are the same. Yeah, they are. So you're going from Prepare for Battle, first 2 forms, to over in a flash. Then you're picking up shocking speed here. So these links are not bad, right? Obviously, shocking speed over, like, this link set is actually really good. This Blue Goku's link set. Godly Power, Warrior God, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, All in the Family, Over in a Flash, and Fierce Battle. Right? Shocking Speed and Over in a Flash together are very good. Like, this is a really nice link set. But it takes 9 turns to get here. And same thing with Super Saiyan God, too. Like, Super Saiyan God takes, what is that, 7 turns to get the Super Saiyan God? So the fact that the links are changing as much as they do means that you can't really effectively build a team around these characters to where you're always going to have their links always active, which, you know, once we had the link level update came out, became a much more important factor for team building. And so these transforming units, you know, not being able to activate their links all the time becomes a bigger issue. But I think they could definitely do these units some justice here. I mean, Frieza, the gimmicks that these guys have is Frieza heals every turn. All right, we can go back to first form here. Frieza heals 11%, then it goes up 12, 13, 14, 15. So he's healing every turn. Goku has damage reduction. So those are different gimmicks, right? 21% damage reduction, 22, 23, 24, 25, that over here. So, I mean, while Goku doesn't technically have defense in here, he's stacking up with the super attack effect, and then he also has damage reduction from his passive. So, defensively, he's, I would say, better than the Frieza is, but Frieza, keep in mind, has big bad bosses. So, it's, I don't know. It's going to be a tough, probably, I think when the Frieza and Goku initially came out, people liked the Frieza better. I mean, obviously, I did. Gotta go with my boy Frieza. But I think just like from an objective standpoint too, The Frieza did feel better. His link set just, you know, the Frieza links. His attack stat I think also was higher as well, 17.2. Let me just check Goku's. Yeah, it's 300 points higher. But I'm interested to see what they're going to do with these guys. You know, these were one of the characters, like, yes, 31st of August 2018, so that was 3 years ago. These were two of the characters that we thought maybe could be getting easy A's. Another one was the STR Namek Goku, potentially, who could still happen. We don't know yet. But this is a gigantic piece of news here. I am really excited to see what they do for this Frieza. I really want to see some big things come out of this. Like, what if once you get to Golden Frieza, he just gets like 300% attack and defense, and he's just like guaranteed crits every turn? Like, you gotta understand, it takes 9 turns to get here. You're never, ever gonna see this outside of Infinite Dragon Ball history, like Legendary Goku event. So, I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited as well. Let me know down below, what do you guys want to see out of Frieza? And then also Goku. I mean, again, Goku is not confirmed, but I assume because of Frieza, we're definitely going to see this guy at some point in the celebration as well, because they came out together. They were dual Dokkan Fest together. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all in the next one.